Hey Jimmy, after watching your newest video, it was like seeing some shit that I went through paralleled. I think he's referring to the video where this guy emailed me and he was talking about this super manipulative, crazy, cute Japanese girl that he met in Japan. He kind of fell for her, he got friend zoned, and then she ended up like playing all these types of weird games and scamming him out of a bunch of money, basically manipulating him. The dude was being a simp too and like falling for it and not saying no, but this dude was getting his balls yanked around all left and right all over by this girl. This guy goes, it was like some shit that I went through paralleled. He goes, I was talking to this girl from Yokohama my best friend introduced me to at the beginning of August for a minute. I eventually asked her out. She said yeah, so we met, we ate, we had coffee, all that shit. Walked around for deadass 8 hours. Damn, that's a long time, bro. Dude, if this is first date, bro, you gotta keep that shit short, bro. You gotta get in, you gotta get out. You gotta be a busy man. You gotta, and I'm not saying like make shit up and be like, hey, actually I have to mow my carpet today. Sorry, gotta go. I have to feed my fish. I have to change the buttons on my TV remote. No, like actually be busy, like have something to do, like get into your date, dip out, man. If it's coffee, like make it a coffee date, make it something short. Get in there, get out. The first date's basically just to verify that this girl is not like some type of ladyboy or some type of catfish or, a mask fish, something like that. You can't just meet also, like you got to make sure you're getting some coffee, getting something to drink, get something to eat so she can take that mask off. You can see what she really looks like, because fellas, back me up, anyone that lives in Japan has visited Japan. There are a lot of mask fishes out here. You see like Japanese girls with a mask on. Pretty much every girl out here looks good with a mask on, but you gotta take that shit off. You gotta make sure that she don't got a fucked up mug. So do some coffee dates, little brunch, get the little, what do you call it, like tamago tosto or whatever. Get in, verify that she's real, get out. First date is just kind of meeting, verifying that she's a real person, and then you dip. Second date, you dive deeper. You dive deeper into like really getting to know who that person is. You have fun. You're joking around. Nothing too serious. But first date, it's got to be quick, brother. Anyways, he goes, keep in mind, I asked her if she had a boyfriend. She said no. And also, she said she was single. And in her words, we're on a date. Okay. Shit goes great. She wants to meet again. So, like, we stay talking for like 2 more weeks. Why are you talking for 2 weeks? Like, you ain't even been on a second date with this girl. Why are you talking for 2 weeks? Until you guys are like official, sending messages, talking, being on the phone, all of that should strictly be for meeting up, making plans to meet up. If anything, some type of callback to some type of joke that you made, or just something light, very short. But you shouldn't be having long conversations trying to riz this girl over text. It doesn't work. Especially as adults. Like, you're in high school, like, whatever, like, people don't have anything better to do. But if you're adults, like, you should have something to do. You shouldn't be on your phone all the time. You shouldn't be trying to riz a girl over text. It ain't gonna work. Just use texting just to meet up with her. Like I said, if you need to make some type of joke, reference, or some joke that you made during the first date, go for it. But, like, don't be trying to talk to this girl for 2 weeks, man. Set that date up, get in, get out. If she even hits you up to talk, be like, hey, yeah, sorry, I'm busy, get back to you later, whatever. Like, keep it short with her, man. Why should you even want to? I'm not trying to say, like, play games, but why should you even want to talk to some girl for 2 straight weeks? You don't have a second date set up. Like, don't you have better things going on? Talk for 2 more weeks. I had a whole plan made for that Saturday. Okay, let's go. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take you to Dick's so we can buy archery targets. Okay, Dick's. Is this in America or is this in Japan? Guys, I'm getting eaten up by these mosquitoes out here. We might be cooked. We might be royally cooked out here. It's fucking humid. There's like, what do you call this shit? Mist? I don't know. I forgot English. All right. Fog. There we go. Fog. Jesus, my brain is rotting. Seriously. So I'm going to take you to Dick's so we can buy archery targets. She's hella into archery, and she kept saying she wanted to do it with me. We would go to a range near my place. Then I'd just see where the shit goes. Then she texts me this. Okay, so far, like, this sounds like a decent date. Doing something active. You have an excuse to, like, have some physical contact. You can, show her how you shoot, or show her this, and, like, touch a little bit, touch hands. I'm not saying do anything freaky, but, like, get some type of physical contact going, get something active. She can see that you're, like, masculine. She can see that you're athletic, whatever. She can see the muscles in your back when you're doing it. This is a great idea for a date, doing something active. My second date with my current girlfriend was a bowling date, and, guys, bowling dates, back me up. Anybody that's done a bowling dates are perfect. You can be competitive, you can like flirt and fuck around and tease each other about who's gonna win. You can touch each other, you can high five, you can sit next to each other while you're waiting for whatever. Bowling dates are great. Anyways, then she texts him this right before the second date. Sorry, I'll see my boyfriend on Saturday, so I can't make it. What? But this girl said that she had no boyfriend. What's going on here? He goes, I'm pissed as fuck. But I'm just like all good, like have a good one. This was like 2 weeks ago. Last week I was debating sending her my PayPal because I paid for everything on our 8-hour date. Damn, see, but like for a first date, you're doing too much, bro. Paying for something for eight hours? You haven't vetted this girl enough to know that she's worth paying for all of her shit for 8 hours. Like, first date, like, you get in, you get out. You pay for her coffee, you pay for her little croissant or whatever she wants, the little Mont Blanc pastries, whatever those are. Like, you do that and then you get out. You're paying shit for 8 hours on the first day, because that's also kind of like a red flag to a girl. She's like, man, this dude just met me. He doesn't even know anything about me yet, and he's taking me on a whole 8-hour date and paying for all of my shit. Like, this dude doesn't have anything better to do. Like, this dude's that desperate. He says, I wanted my $60 back, but now my nose is itchy. I decided against it. Good choice. She essentially just used me for free breakfast and lunch. We haven't talked since then. I was pretty pissed, but your videos always help me feel better. Keep doing what you're doing. So, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what it is. Like I said, you haven't vetted this girl enough. It's only been, like, on the first date, you're already agreeing to hang out with her for 8 hours, and then you're paying for all of her shit on that first day. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the risk you run. You don't know this girl yet. You don't know what her story is, and you're already going out for 8 hours with her, paying for all of her stuff, $60, lunch, dinner, your entire day wasted, and now you're in the whole $60, and he's angry about it. He's salty. He wants to send her his PayPal, saying like, "Yo, give me my money back. Like, you owe me." But honestly, you shouldn't do that, because that's a beta move, because that just shows that you're salty and you're sour about it. And then if you do that, she's like, "Man, like, let's be honest. Like, the girl ain't gonna send you the money back. No girl is gonna send you that money. Like what fucking girl would do that shit? Especially a girl who is agreeing to go on a date with you or whatever, but then has a boyfriend or whatever it be, like however way you want to slice it, she's got problems, she's got issues. That girl is definitely not going to send you the money back. She's not going to reimburse you for that shit. And sending her your PayPal information and be like, send me my money, that just comes off to a girl as like, oh, this dude's crazy, this guy can't just let it go, his ego's hurt or whatever. And then she's just going to be even more confident in her decision to flake on you, to mislead you, whatever. And she's gonna be like, I'm glad that I'm not seeing this guy again, because this dude's insecure, he's beta, he's jealous, he's needy. And she's gonna feel even better about her decision. Now, obviously, you're not trying to get this girl back, because clearly she's shown to you that she's crazy at this point. But the best thing that you can do is just ignore it, move on, never hit her up again, because then at least there's gonna be some part in her mind where she's like, damn, like this dude just like I tried to play this dude, I tried to fuck with this dude, and he didn't say anything, he didn't give me any attention, he just cut me off like that and didn't care. Damn, like maybe I did make the wrong decision or whatever. And like, obviously you're not gonna take her back anyways, but that's just person with options thing to do. And like, I've been in the same situation as well. I made a reservation. Like, this is stupid. This is back in my days when I first got to Japan. I didn't know anything. Like, I had to learn all of this shit as I've been in Japan. Like, girls are playing all types of crazy fucking games here. And I set up this really nice first dinner for this date with this girl. I'd only been messaging this girl for a few days back and forth on Bumble. Looking back, it was so stupid. But I set up, like, I made a reservation at this, like, pretty decent and, like, nice restaurant. Like, we were probably going to spend, like, ichiman on the dinner, which is like $70 or something like that for the both of us. Not too crazy by, like, American standards, but by Japan standards, that's fucking expensive, especially for his first date. And, like, looking back, it was so stupid. And this is one of those places where if you make a reservation, you can't cancel unless you pay. Like, you need to, like, pay for the reservation if you cancel. So anyways, made this reservation, and we were, like, all stoked, like, date was gonna happen, whatever. She wasn't responding to me at all that day. And I was like, where are you? Like, are you meeting me? Like, whatever. And then she responded to me the next fucking day. And I was like, oh, sorry, something came up, I couldn't make it. And I was so close to sending her like a link to my PayPal, which I don't even know if they use PayPal in Japan, so that wouldn't even mattered, and being like, you owe me this money for this fucking reservation, because I had to pay for that shit. It fucking annoyed me. But I came to the same conclusion that that looks needy, that looks whiny, and she ain't gonna pay that shit anyways. I should just, take my licks and just keep it moving. Just fucking, and not invest in some, like, big date for some girl that I've never even met before. I don't even know if this girl's a real person. I don't even know if she is a girl, if she's not, like if she looks like her pictures, if she's a complete catfish, if she's even, like, maybe she's a robot. I don't fucking know. All types of scams on these dating apps these days. So, like, looking back, that was so stupid, man. That's why, like, especially in Japan, there's so many scams. There's so many people that don't look like they look. They use these crazy filters. You can't trust a lot of people, especially girls on dating apps in Japan. So that's why, like, for the first date, you got to keep that shit simple. Get in, get out, have plans after the date. Best case scenario, the date goes really well. The girl's really into you. She thinks you're super interesting. And then you're busy and she's like, man, like, I want to spend more time with this guy. When can I meet him again? He's cool. He's got plans. He's got a busy life. Where is he going? She's going to be wondering about you. You're going to leave her wanting more. That's why you got to keep that first date short, man. Anyways, he goes, yeah, like I didn't send her the PayPal, whatever. And then he goes, I knew she wasn't even going to pay me back. I thought it would have been funny as fuck, though. And yeah, I get that. But, like, imagine how pissy and how much of a bitch I would look like if I did that. Yeah, similar thing happened to me. I posted it in Discord. It happened in January. Basically, he's saying in January, like, the same shit happened to him. I mean, I've heard this story so many times, so, like, don't feel bad, dude. This is the boyfriend thing. I can't say that, like, the boyfriend thing necessarily happened to me, where a girl said she didn't have a boyfriend, but then she did. But it happened to this other dude in my Discord. I remember he was here on a trip visiting for like 10 days, and he met this girl, and he went on like 3 dates with her. And I think on the third date he was gonna confess to her, I think is what happened. Like, he was bringing her flowers and shit, but they were hanging out one-on-one. She was literally calling them dates. I think they held hands at one point. It was something like they didn't like kiss, but they did hold hands, and they were going on these dates, like clearly dates. And then I think it was the third date with this girl, and he was like hyping us up, or we were hyping him up, saying like, yeah, like, you know, ask this girl out, like ask her to be your girlfriend, or like try to kiss her, just do something. And then on a third date, he tried to make a move on her, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. And he was like, what the fuck? Like, we've been going on dates. I think they held hands. They've been, you know, staying out late together, just one-on-one. And then she was like, yeah, actually, I'm doing this to get back at my boyfriend because he made me angry, like, last month or something. So this has been like this thing that I'm doing to get back at my boyfriend. But she didn't want to go as far as to kiss. Like, I don't know, I could be wrong. If you guys are in the Discord, you guys remember this story, back me up. But I've heard so many stories like that. And this is why I say, like, of course, like in America and the West, girls are playing games, dating, like, sucks. I mean, girls and guys, nobody's really happy with like the dating landscape either way. But a lot of guys coming from the West, it's like, just because it sucks in America, they assume that it's better in other places, especially like Japan, where women are maybe more feminine and they look better. I mean, like, you can't even argue that at all. Like, look at like the average Japanese girl. Like, they're skinny, they take care of themselves, they're in shape, and they're generally just like nicer, But that doesn't mean that like dating is better here. Like, I would say they play way more games. The culture is way harder to understand. They're way worse at communicating. There's all types of weird manipulation and shit that you just don't want to deal with. That's why I say, like, Japan, like, I know if you're coming from the West and you have no experience in Japan, you think that, like, oh, it looks nice because the girls look cute here. But the girls can be so manipulative, up to all types of crazy games. I would say just so much more of a headache even than dealing with, like, American girls. But they do look cute. So yeah, that's a normal thing. If you're in Japan, dude, like, you gotta be on your game. There's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna fuck you up. A lot of people that are gonna try to take advantage of you. And, you know, like myself, I got into like so many weird, shitty dating situations when I first got here. Because I think in America, like, I understood it pretty well. I mean, I wasn't like the biggest alpha in the world or anything in the States, but I mean, I'm one of those guys that kind of came naturally to, because I look decent, I'm tall, I'm pretty funny, I'm like relatively socially aware. I'm not like the best dater in the world, but things usually came pretty easily for me in the States, so I didn't have to try, I didn't have to like learn all of this shit. And then I came to Japan, and I mean, obviously I had a lot of success with like the gaijin hunter type girls, the girls that I really wanted to date foreigners and shit like that. But that didn't really interest me, and also I'm just like not really interested in girls who throw themselves at me anyways. So I was trying to date like maybe higher up or whatever, and man, I got played a lot of times. I got deceived a lot of times. I lost a lot of money on a lot of dates. Had a lot of girls lying to me about shit, and I just didn't understand what was going on. And I had to really, really, really work to learn more about like dating and the ins and outs of the Japanese culture and male and female relationships, especially in Japan. And I mean, obviously, I don't know everything. I'm not perfect now, but those are just kind of my thoughts. That's been kind of my progression since I got to Japan. And I'm learning about the culture and learning more about dating. And yeah, man. So anyways, this is not an uncommon story at all. I'm sure there are plenty of other guys who can relate and who have similar stories. So, guys, let me know. Email me, guys. Send me an email, youngjamesYT@gmail.com. If you have some type of similar story about some crazy dating experience in Japan, I'll read it on video and talk about it, give my thoughts. And odds are you're not alone if something weird like this has happened to you. So, anyway, send me an email or send me a message, youngjames, on Instagram. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, support me, keep it going, guys. I'm trying to raise the money to go home for Christmas, guys. Want to see my family this year. I currently don't have enough money to go home for Christmas, but I would like to. So donate to the channel. Ko-fi link is in the description if you guys want to support my Flying Home for Christmas fund. Thank you, guys. All right, take care.